Let me tell you something, brother. Never been a big stats guy, okay, as head coach of this Falcons team, Coach Gene Dangus. I'm more about winning. Shout out Charlie Sheen. Winning. And what an intro. Anyway, everyone's down on Trey Lance because we threw the ball like 10 times and he didn't have very many yards. We won the football game and we're 13-3, final regular season week today. We're taking on the Tennessee Titans. Trey Lance remains the starter. He was the best quarterback on roster all year. Everyone wants to take away one start from both of our quarterbacks and be like, oh, this is the quarterback we have to start. Did I say starterback? It's a fun new position. Don't know what they would do, but something maybe. But yeah, Trey Lance is the starter. I feel most comfortable with him as our quarterback. He's got the quicker release. He's got the better attributes. We're not going to start a rookie, unproven rookie at that, in a playoff game. It's not going to happen unless we are absolutely forced to do that. Oh, hold on a second. I wasn't really even paying attention after the drill. And Quentin Drummond, our rookie receiver out of LSU, has been upgraded randomly to from star to superstar development. That really came out of nowhere. Not something I was expecting. Something I'm very excited about, though. He's approaching an 80 overall. He'll earn another ability slot. For now, not really a ton here, but he does return kicks for us. So, Return Man might actually be an okay ability for him right now. This is a game changer for real when he becomes an 80 overall, which he's not quite up to yet, but also not that far away. We're going to keep Return Man on for now. Take an electric returner and plug even more volts into him. More watts. Also, if Trey Lance just broke my record on this, I don't think I've ever even come close to 50K before, and Trey Lance is the one that gets it done. Target passing, on the move, maybe? Is that no, I think it's just regular target passing. And Trey Lance is the best. Would have been nice to get him a dev trade upgrade. We'll take Quentin Drummond, though. We do have upgrades. Dion Dobbins. I think we go speed rusher for him, honestly. I think that's a pretty good idea. Speed rusher, to me, just seems to be better. I feel like you get more consistent pressure than with power rusher. Only get +1 to finesse moves, though. Not exactly significant. Now, Jake Meeks will get upgraded here. What do we need? Medium and deep accuracy, I think, are the two biggest things there. So this should be... I would go strong arm for him. See if that gets an upgrade. He goes up to a 75 overall. What do we got here? Throw accuracy deep by 1. Really just more of an awareness buff. Awareness I don't really care too much about. Would have preferred medium accuracy for sure. Because who knows when he will see the field. Could be sooner rather than later, right? And then Tavares Allen. Just want to keep him consistently kind of around the same for man and zone. Just move him in everywhere. Of course, got a long way to go to actually achieve that. Sunday Night Football game is our last game of the regular season. I thought about sitting starters, but the problem with that is that Trey Lance is just returning from injury. We've seen him play one game. I need to see a little bit more. I could get why people would want this to be, Jordan Love, horrific numbers here with the Titans. But I get why people would want to see Jake Meeks in this one. Bijan's approaching record numbers again. I don't want him to achieve some of those. I don't know. It's just tough to take our starters off the field. That's kind of where I am. I don't want these guys to have multiple weeks off. I just think that doesn't do anybody any good. So we're going to keep the starters in there. 1 week off for the first round bye, because that's what we're going to get when we win this game. And that's where I am on that. No one's going to sit. Might see a bit more of a second half rotation than usual. Might see Troy Anderson play more, but we also had another injury at linebacker, and Deshaun Humphreys is not playing in this game, so we don't really have tremendous depth at linebacker right now. So, again, I think it's just going to be starters, and hopefully everyone stays healthy enough. We get injuries, it happens, but hopefully everyone stays healthy enough. Let's see if we can beat the Titans. Should be able to. They have Jordan Love. Kind of forgot about that. But I remember that being an off-season move. He is their starting quarterback over Will Levis and Malik Willis. Derrick Henry still sticking around, although I expect we'll see a bit of Tyjae Spears today. Chikakonkwo at tight end, or fullback. Tight end is going to be Noah Fant. Wow, okay. DeAndre Hopkins, Treylon Burks, and Richie James at wide receiver. Might see Kyle Phillips as well. Tyron Smith has made his way to Tennessee. Peter Skoronski, Nick Harris, J.D. Kilmer, an 83 overall rookie right guard, and Andrew Cameron, we remember going top 5, I believe, out of Washington. He was a very hyped up tackle. I think that's the Washington tackle and not the Vanderbilt one. Pretty sure about that. James Houston off the edge. Might see Jeffrey Simmons in there as well. Otis Russell and Tierre Tart. It'll be interesting to see who the rush defensive tackles are. Maybe it won't be Jeffrey Simmons. Blair Paxton, Bobby Wagner, Azeez Al-Shire, and Harold Landry, we will certainly see off the edge. Those other two are inside linebackers. And then Reggie Baker, a rookie corner, starting over higher overall guys. So maybe superstar dev on him. Great speed as well. Sean Murphy-Bunting, Roger McCreary, Mike Hilton, and Noah Igbenogany might rotate in. Kevin Byard, of course, never traded in this. And they have a rookie safety, Xavier Jordan, and Amani Hooker in behind him. I think the name of the game today is going to be stopping number 22, Derrick Henry. Or they're going to pass the ball on us successfully, and DeAndre Hopkins has 15 yards right away. Okay, so maybe Jordan Love is going to be the best quarterback of all time. His numbers did not appear to be great. However, you never know. He could totally dominate us today. It wouldn't be entirely shocking, especially with how our defense has played lately. But we're going to have to tackle Derrick Henry, that's for sure. That's the start. We have to tackle him. Receiver coming in motion. Not a guaranteed run. It's actually going to be a pass. Z spot probably as Treylon Burks catches it over the middle for a short gain. Going to be 3rd and 4. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to blitz? I think we do. And we're going to press as well. Now, why does that make my safeties drop back? Now they're completely useless, and we're right in coverage, and apparently the best receiving back of all time, Derrick Henry, is able to catch that ball in traffic. We were right there. Now, I didn't know that pressing my corners would make my safeties drop back. I don't know how that makes any sense. I don't know. I didn't know the two were tied together somehow. Just press everybody. Like, why would it be that my corners need to stay back when I blitz? What does a blitz do? Let's think about it. Well, it forces the quarterback to get rid of the football early. Now, where would you want your corners if the QB has to get rid of the ball early? You want them back so that there is an area to throw underneath? Is Joe Barry the DC? Get on the line. Of course, none of that matters if Noah Fant's going to be open the way he was, as Jordan Love tries to throw to an offensive tackle. That's going to be their 3rd tight end today, I guess. Look at him. Big number 78. Is that Nicholas Petit-Frere? Well, he's playing tight end for the Titans today, as there's a shot to the end zone. And incomplete. Okonkwo, the intended receiver. I don't like how our coverage was on that, but no catch. That's fine, I guess, for now. Here's 3rd and 10. We're going to use our Jose Carrington on Derrick Henry. We know where they're going with it. Throw over the middle, and it's intercepted by Clark Phillips. Hopkins gave up on the route. Seen my receivers do that before, and Clark Phillips just stays on it the entire time, is able to rescue that from being an overthrow out of the back of the end zone. Clark with the takeaway. We're going to get the football on the 20, and on top of that, we also are, of course, able to deny 3 points. That interception was crucial. What a great start to this game. As we're going to do just a quick throw out to Neil Madsen, get Trey Lance in rhythm. Although it's possible we see back-to-back runs here from Bijan Robinson. You know, their edge rushers don't defend the run all that well. Jeffrey Simmons, sure, if you have him on the edge, that's fine. I know we ran at him just there. But Harold Landry's not some unbelievable run defender. So that's someone we might look to take advantage of in this game. And we'll see what this ends up looking like. Is that open for Pitts? Kind of, but not really. I think he got bumped or something and ended up kind of losing his space there, because he did have some type of separation. Not really able to do a whole lot with it. Here's 2nd and 10. Got a couple blockers in. Bijan's got to release. He's wide open. This is going to be a nice gain. Bijan makes one miss. Can't make the second miss, but it's still a good play. Let's flip this. We want to run at Harold Landry as opposed to Jeffrey Simmons. It's just smarter. I think we can bully him a little bit more. Look at Tyler Algier go. Not known for his speed, but showed it off there. 16-yard pickup as we are continuing to dominate on the ground. But that could be a great opportunity to take advantage of play action. and get this ball down the field. We got a wide open Quentin Drummond. Outrun him. Quentin inside the 5. Big time play for the new superstar wide receiver. First round pick. We want to see him play more like a first round pick, but when you can just run the ball every single play or throw it to your tight ends, my receivers have kind of gone by the wayside a little bit. I know everyone wants Drake London to get the football a little bit more, but at the end of the day, as I mentioned when I started this video, I'm less concerned about the stats. I'm more concerned about winning. And when we continue to do what works, it puts us in a good position to win ball games. Jump ball, Madsen, toe tap, touchdown. The tight ends are the way to victory. Neil Madsen's been such a great player for us. And I know I always say it, everyone doubted the 2 tight end sets. And guess what? They've been so successful for us. Madsen has been a heck of a player. Kyle Pitts still is great. But Neil Madsen has been an awesome number 2 tight end option. And honestly, maybe even the second or third receiving option in this offense. The top 2 guys are certainly, I would say, you know, Pitts and maybe even Bijan. But Madsen's right there at number 2 or 3. Drummond probably behind him, and then Drake London. I don't know, he's just... Shout out to Arthur Smith, he's just a bit of a decoy. I mean, you know what, I saw it, I liked it so much, I incorporated it in my very own version of Falcons franchise. But Drake London, he's just not usually one of my, you know, first or second kind of things I look at. But just he makes a big catch every so often. That's kind of all I got for you. 3rd and short. I form. It is going to be a run, and we just couldn't quite get to that gap in time. Javon Holland really shooting down would have been awesome. A little bit slow, but he's not going to make that stop anyway. I don't think there's a player fast enough in the world, unless they creep down already, that was going to make that play. It's a Troy Polamalu type play. But, of course, he would have, you know, shot down a little bit, kind of thinking about what was coming. But, again, I don't think any human could have reacted to that. You know, playing as far back as Holland was to come back into that gap and make a tackle. There was just no way when Henry only had to get 2 yards. Just wasn't going to happen. Here's 2nd and 6. I like the idea of a blitz here. Jesse Bates on Noah Fant. That's going to be where the ball goes, and they're going to call pass interference. I think it was good coverage. Certainly a frustrating thing there. I mean, we're going to take a second look at it. I feel like the coverage was good. Maybe I got there a little bit too early with Jesse Bates. But you're not calling that. That is not defensive pass interference in the NFL. He's not making contact with him. Not here. Touches him there, right? Where's the ball? It's at his hands. It's never pass interference. EA, please, somebody send this to them. Fix defensive pass interference. That's not what defensive pass interference is. Like, what are we doing? That should be DPI. If anything, not the last one. Jeff Okudah with a nice play on the ball. I'm in perfect position. Like, let me compete. Let me make a play. They don't want me out here winning. They don't want it. Oh, down goes Love. It's Miles Terry. He never plays. But playmaker on that occasion forces 3rd and 15 as we end the first quarter. And we're going to blitz again. We're going to blitz here. And we're just going to trust our players to make a play. Trying to cover Kyle Phillips. And we never really were right there, and we could never really bring him down. How does the quarterback always get the throwaway? I can't do it. Jordan Love is able to get rid of the football, it looked like with 2 players within an inch of his face. Really annoying. Dive out. Grab him. Bring him down. Don't let him throw it away. Pitts and Bijan in the zone here. You can expect one of those guys to get the football. I think we're going to go to Kyle Pitts. Ball came out maybe a little bit late. That's okay. Good result. Forced it in there as well. Kyle Pitts' first catch of the game. Why is he in the zone? So he scored a touchdown? I don't really know how he gets in the zone. Tight end got to catch a touchdown? You just don't have time. Just trying to air it out for Drummond. Harold Landry with the sack. I mean, it's annoying. Just need to be able to hold up in pass protection for a little bit longer. And that's a huge play. Nice enough route from Madsen and power to get extra yardage. 3rd and 11. Could have been more patient, but I saw guaranteed yardage. Didn't really want to pass that up. Could just end up going out to Pitts again. Or, you know what, maybe even Bijan gets open. They only have 3 down linemen. It still could be a blitz here, but it's only going to be the 3 that rush, and we're under pressure and sacked. A 3-man rush gets to the QB. So annoying, because it is literally impossible to rush 3 and get pressure when I'm on defense, but it's an instant win. Jed Wills against Jeffrey Simmons. I get it. That's a tough matchup. Why is Chris Lindstrom stepping up this far? If anything, he should realize that he has no responsibility here and drop back. I'm not saying, like, predict that he's going to rush and win to the outside, but drop back so that you have an option to block in case something happens. Instead, he doesn't. Our only option is to step up in the pocket here. The only option. We are sacked if we do anything. If you go out to the right, Simmons sacks you. If you go up the middle, sacked. If you go up through this gap, guess what? You're going to be sacked by Harold Landry. There is no route where you can go where you're safe there, and they rushed 3. I'm losing it already. We can't lose to the Titans, man. I know their team looks better than their record indicates. Annoying start. Really annoying. Maybe I'm freaking out a little bit too much too early, because at the end of the day, it's 7-0. They haven't scored yet. Nice tackle, Dylan Stanley. Not going to count as a TFL, but it might as well be one. Met him just over the line of scrimmage. Awesome play. Awesome play there. As the Tyjae Spears, they're going to bring him into the backfield. I wonder what this is going to look like. Things are kind of broken here. Matchups have changed. Johnny Hamilton, get to the quarterback. And of course, broken tackle. 2nd and 10, Love from the gun. Got to cover somebody here. Over the middle was wide open, and a big catch in traffic by Chigoziem Okonkwo brings us to 3rd and 2. Gonna blitz, and it could be a run, but I'm okay with blitzing against the run. Get more bodies up moving towards the line of scrimmage. Not a bad idea when you're facing Derrick Henry. It is going to be a run. Carrington couldn't bring him down, but Dylan Stanley is there to stop Henry from getting the first. The rookie continues to play pretty well, and they are going to go for it. Certainly can respect that down 7 on 4th and 1 with Derrick Henry on your team. That's the big thing. It's an outside run. Nice tackle. Kyrie Yankee got to him. Skoronski injured on the play, so it's a win-win. And we're going to take over on the 29-yard line. We do have 71 yards to go. A lot of players on the field in the zone right now. But, man, this was a great start for our defense. As Robinson running hard and running well. Man, that's a 2-minute warning, and it's only 7-0. This game is flying by. Good route. Yes. Quentin Drummond, nice catch in traffic as well. Lance, 7 for 8, 90 yards and a touchdown. I mean, really good first half. We really haven't sustained a drive, though, outside of that first one. And, I mean, this game, it feels like it's almost over and nothing's happened. 1:04 to go here in the first half. Let's throw up the seam. Madsen got to make a catch in traffic or not. Nobody got hands on him, and Madsen continues to win right up the seam. 35 seconds to go. We do have 3 timeouts, so I'm not really worried about the clock running off there. Madsen, good route, turn up field. And he stopped at the 3. We'll call our first timeout. Maybe a bit early, to be honest. Probably could have waited until 15 seconds. And now we have 2nd and goal from the 3. I don't like how they're stacked on the line here. Probably just going to throw instead. Pitts. Yeah, touchdown, Kyle Pitts. The tight ends are feasting. Kyle Pitts right up the middle. No problem. I mean, we trusted him to get open. That could have been a pick. But it wasn't. It was a touchdown. And this is a pretty good first half from us. 25 seconds for the Titans to answer. They haven't really shown us much today. No points here in the first half, so can they make something happen in 25 seconds with 3 timeouts? It's possible that they get in a field goal range, although I kind of doubt it. It's certainly possible. That's a pick. Dylan Stanley, use your pick. Easy reads. And there goes the rookie. Stanley with the pick 6. Easy reads. The cat in the hat. It's a classic. And Dylan Stanley with the first touchdown of his career. Oh, look at that. It's been a while since I've had a user pick. Love targeting Fant. Not a good idea. He can't find success. Stanley into the end zone. 21-0 in the first half. They should have just let it go to the second half. Big mistake. 7 seconds to go in the first half. We're going to get crazy. We're going to blitz, and we're going to force the football out early. Final timeout. It's dangerous to do that, to run essentially zero blitz with nothing to gain and everything to lose. You know, we don't let him take a shot to the end zone, and that's a big win. Lob up. Carrington can't make a play, but it's incomplete anyway. Burks can't bring it down. Not that it would have mattered anyway. And that's the end of the first half. 21-0. We turned it on at the end of that second quarter. Could have played better on offense. And, I mean, we should be en route to an easy win here. This video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. I've got a 5-man going for the big game a couple Sundays from now. This will be an interesting one. Chiefs versus 49ers. I've got a 5-man with insurance, so still cash if I get 4 instead of 5. Just trying to get in early, trying to get some good numbers. So I'm going higher on Pacheco, 70.5 rushing yards. Lower on Mahomes, 261.5 passing yards. Travis Kelce's a postseason machine. I've got him higher, 69.5 receiving yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I just don't think is going to play much of a factor in the Super Bowl. Lower, 6.5 receiving yards. And I do think the 49ers end with a couple of field goals. Jake Moody, higher, 1.5 field goals made. I don't think it's going to be an especially high-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think Travis Kelce plays a big impact. I think the Chiefs really mostly try to keep it on the ground, and I think the 49ers offense struggles through the air against a good Chiefs defense. I don't know. We'll see. These are my picks. Use code BENGAL on Underdog Fantasy. You'll get a first-time deposit match up to $100. That's code BENGAL on Underdog Fantasy. And thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Second half, Quentin Drummond. What do you got for us? New superstar. Looking for him to make a big impact. Are they blitzing or is this fake? Could be fake. Those Mike backers could drop back. One of them does. We're going to throw anyway. Madsen cannot catch it in traffic. Just do it. They always catch it in traffic. Why can't we? Pitch wide open. Run after catch opportunity as well. We get a couple. 2nd and 7. Play action pass. Fitzpatrick is open. We also got a comeback. London on the sideline making a rare catch. Okay, Drake. Good route. Oh, great blocking. Drummond, get out there. I mean, Bijan's got to do it on his own. That could have been a lot better. Only 5 carries, but he's been awesome. But we really haven't had a ton of time on offense. Oh, touchdown, Bijan Robinson. Wouldn't be Falcons franchise without it. Yeah, he's pretty good. Bijan Robinson breaks 1 tackle. We're just running like a simple outside zone, and he just doesn't really need a block. Just breaks a tackle, and then is fast enough to outrun everybody else. Nice. Yeah, he's just too good. He's too good. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. And that's even worse. Dylan Stanley injured on the play. We already are down 1 linebacker with D. Hump missing some time, and that looks like a vicious injury for our rookie linebacker, Dylan Stanley. They made him pay for the pick 6. They took his knee. Oh, that's actually devastating. Caden Ellis back on the field. Troy Anderson, Jose Carrington. Our linebackers are dropping like flies. And he's so slow now, dude. Caden Ellis. I mean, he's good in goal line, but oh my God, is he slow. Troy Anderson to Mike, maybe. John Graves could play more. Oh, that is a brutal injury. And that's probably a missing the entire year injury. They brought the card out. He's done. I mean, there's... Jeez. Oh, he's fine. It's a bruised knee. All right, well, Caden Ellis, you're going to play maybe for the rest of the game. Dude, they scared the hell out of a bruised knee. We got to get a card out? Come on. It's a heart attack for no reason. A.J. Terrell interception. I mean, it's over. Tennessee not really putting up much of a fight here. Yeah, and there goes Bijan Robinson. He really just, it's not even fair. Not fair. Averaging over 10 yards per carry. He's just a beast. Algier into the game. Awesome opportunity for play action. I'd love Kyle Pitts here if we can just hold up in pass pro. Actually, Drummond might be better. Throw at a sack. We couldn't hold up for long enough. Oh, he was wide open. How about this awful halfback screen, though, to Bijan? He never releases in time, and it's always a terrible play. Although, things might be changing. We get 7 yards. Wow. 3rd and 3. We're actually going to flip this to run away from Jeffrey Simmons. See how we do. Kevin Byard's out there. Bijan really doesn't have the power. Truck maybe a second too early. Obviously going to go for it here. Long field goal. We're up 28. Just go straight up the middle. Bijan, first down and more. Did I just... Is that fake pressure, or did I actually see it? Why am I not going down with Trey Lance? What am I doing, dude? I knew I'm a juke. What? Lance puts the football on the ground. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I know we're up 28, so it doesn't matter, but what would be the point of this? What is best case scenario? Touchdown, maybe. Touchdown could have been best case scenario. That's the slowest juke I've ever seen. We can't do that again. You know what? We earned knowledge there. That's a positive. Dylan Stanley's back already. Okay. Well, we learned that we can never juke ever again with Trey Lance. This is a screen. Sure is. Stanley looking for interception number 2. Can't get to the football. Love has thrown 3 picks in this game. Oh, my goodness. Terrell had one. Stanley had one. Who was the other one? Oh, Clark Phillips in the end zone. That's right. A minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Oh. That's how you get out of a slump. Big throw over the middle. Gonna keep doing that over the middle, I guess. Couldn't get back there in time with Dylan Stanley. Coverage was okay. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. I mean, they can't come back in this game, but they're making an effort. 2nd and 5. Just running the ball, huh? Okay, back-to-back runs. This one less successful than the first. Dylan Stanley, his 3rd tackle. That's a tackle for loss as well. Maybe he can be Defensive Rookie of the Year. I guess that's a possibility. 3rd and 6. Tyjae Spears in the game now. Ooh, that is not the route I expected. They're going to target him. And it's incomplete. Too tough of a throw for Love. 4th down and 6. Game on the line for Tennessee, certainly. And they're going to extend it a bit. Okay. Oh, read option touchdown, Jordan Love. That's a good call. Hadn't shown us that. Yeah, I mean, good call. Wasn't ready for that at all. It's hats off to Tennessee. Bijan up the middle. Plenty of space. He's just, again, he's a cheat code. 11 carries for 105 yards and a touchdown. It's the easiest 100 yards of his career. Nice throw to Madsen. He's had a good game as well. Why are we still throwing? It's a great question. To prove that Trey Lance can. But we might get him hurt more than anything. Might be the quickest way to see Jake Meeks for some of you. I don't know. Just not trying to lose too much here. We're going to get a week off with the 1st round bye. Want to make sure our team's still in rhythm, man. And they're playing well against Tennessee. How about that 3rd passing touchdown? How about that? Don't drop the ball, dude. 2nd and 10. Ooh, the seam looks open. Drummond! Touchdown! There's touchdown number 3 for Lance. Quentin Drummond wins over the top, the new superstar receiver. You know what? He's had a decent game today, but is able to really cement things with a touchdown over the top here. Beats Elijah Molden. Good speed, good deep ball tracking, and Lance drops it right in the bucket. Really doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Gotta love it. And 35-7 hopefully will be your final. I wouldn't mind if we get to 42, but I'm not going to force it. Not going to force it. Get to him. Thank you, Zach Harrison with the sack. I just got to start switching on more to actually bring down the quarterback when when it's close enough. Because, you know, sacks are drive enders. It's really, really tough to recover from losing that amount of yardage. But we've seen it done. It happens. But we should be getting more sacks than we actually get. So many times he's so close to actually getting sacked and he's able to throw it away somehow. It's really annoying, but you know what? We're going to actively try and change that. That's going to be a pick. AJ Terrell with another. Oh my goodness. That might cement him as the season leader for interceptions. And this one is all but over. We take one more deep shot. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get crazy. Give us time. Give us time. Down the field. Quentin Drummond! House call! Touchdown number 4 for Lance. All right, we forced that one. No need to do it. But number 2 gets touchdown number 2. New superstar receiver, and he's really playing like it. Look at Lance airing it all the way down the field. Straight to the end zone, really. Quentin Drummond, touchdown. Oh, man, that's a beautiful one. Great throw, great catch. We usually don't even have time to hit him over the top like that. But blocking was good there, and the Titans, if they didn't think it was over then, it's certainly over now. But I think that was the dagger a long time ago. 7 seconds to go, 63 yards. That is speed. That's interception number 2 for Dylan Stanley. It's another pick 6. Easy reads. 1 fish, 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish. Easy reads for Dylan Stanley. Read that all the way. Another user pick. Yeah, man, that was... we're just playing great today. Playing fantastically. It's just maybe a game too early. Would like to be doing this in the postseason, but 49-7 with multiple defensive touchdowns is pretty awesome. Shot down the field, Javon Holland. It's interception number 6 for Jordan Love. That is vicious for Tennessee. That's certainly going to do it. We give Kyle Pitts a jet sweep. That's kind of insane. And that is your final. Sunday Night Football was complete and utter dominance. 49-7. Guys wanted me to come out and, send a message. How about a perfect QB rating? 19 of 23, 304 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Trey Lance. And of his 4 incompletions, he had, let's see here, 3 drops. Want that to be known. That's all. Bijan, unstoppable running the ball today. 58 yards after contact, 8 broken tackles. Receiving, Neil Madsen, 7 for 80 and a touchdown. Drummond, 5 for 150 and 2 touchdowns. Just insane. Really, really good day. Pitts had a touchdown. Bijan only 2 catches. London, of course, only 1 catch, of course. That's just how that goes. And then defensively, Dylan Stanley had 8 tackles, 1 for loss, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. What? We never have numbers like these. 3 TFLs for Yankee, a sack for Harrison and Terry. 2 picks for Stanley, 2 for Terrell, 1 for Phillips, 1 for Holland. No forced fumbles, but, I mean, Dylan Stanley might have just won Defensive Rookie of the Year in this game. It's a legitimate possibility. We certainly ended the regular season in style. George Johnston, I'll continue to upgrade zone. Hopefully tackling gets an increase somewhere along the way as well. I'd like to get his zone coverage into the 80s. We get a +1 there. Pursuit does go up into the 70s, which is nice. And then Miles Terry. I don't know why he ever even sees the field. He's not bad. He really isn't bad. He's just a defensive tackle. We probably need to move him to defensive tackle. He would be a much better player for us, but currently still at defensive end. That's fine. It was just for depth, but +2 block shedding is nice. I mean, if you tell me I can have a defensive tackle with 80 finesse moves, 77 speed, 78 tackles, 75 block shed, and strength nearing 90, and all those traits, I'd be pretty excited about that. At only 23 years old, nonetheless, we might actually have something in Miles Terry. It's just he's a little bit blocked. A little bit blocked at defensive tackle because we have Kyrie Yankee. You know, we have, of course, Johnny Hamilton, 380 pounds or whatever he is at defensive tackle. So, not something we really need, but 14-3. Season is over. Playoff bracket is set. We got the 1 seed. We'll either be taking on Seattle or Detroit or the Commanders coming up next, depending on what happens. But we shall see. These are the teams in the playoffs. Everything is solidified. See what changes after the wild card week. But I'm excited for the playoffs. I know it was a long season. A lot of breaks in there. But hopefully you guys are pumped. Our defense could be the bane of our existence, but our offense seems to be, awesome right now. Trey Lance ends up throwing for over 3,000 yards, 22 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Thought he was really good overall. Did miss some time. That stinks, but Bijan goes over 2,100 yards, 6.7 per carry, 21 touchdowns. Did not fumble the ball. 5 for Lance, 1 for Jake Meeks, but incredible. We just don't get fumbles in our franchises for some reason. I'm not opposed to them, but they just don't happen. Bijan setting the record for most rushing yards ever in a season is pretty incredible. We had no 1,000-yard receivers. That might be the first time that's ever happened in a franchise series for me. But we really just spread the ball around pretty evenly. Bijan had over 800 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns. He'll certainly be Offensive Player of the Year, if not MVP. Quentin Drummond, on only 40 catches, had 878 yards and 7 touchdowns. Led the team in touchdowns alongside Neil Madsen, who had 49 for 762. Pitts, that's a great season, given where everyone is. Drake London didn't do much. What else can I say? Didn't do much, didn't have to. But, yeah, you can only feed so many mouths, right? And we focused on throwing it to the tight ends and the running backs. A lot of quick game, a lot of short passes. That's okay. Holland ends up with 100 tackles. Stanley only at 77, but 13 for loss. 14 for Ebiketie led the way. D-Hump also had 13. And then no one at 10 sacks. Ebiketie at 9.5. No one else even close. The rookie Dion Dawkins only with 4. AJ Terrell would finish the year with 8 interceptions. And Stanley with 2 in that game finishes with 2. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this season of Falcons franchise. We are rolling on through the playoffs and then eventually to the offseason. 2025, let's win it all this year. We got it. Path through the NFC doesn't really look all that difficult, to be honest. We've handled the 49ers in the past. I don't really mind playing the Bears or the Lions. And then Eagles and Seahawks, beatable teams in my opinion. AFC doesn't look all that tough either. Colts, Raiders, Jets all got in. We'll see what happens. But that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take it easy.